And now Cecil County in the World 30 at 6 goes back into time to talk to Karl Fockler from Charlestown about Charlestown Colonial Day.
Good evening, Rob. Lieutenant Colonel Nathaniel Ramsey of the Maryland 3rd Regiment, for the record. Yes, sir.
At the ready.
At the ready.
So tell us about Colonial Days in Charlestown. Where can we start?
Well, Charlestown, this Saturday coming up on the 21st, from 10 to 4, we're having our first Colonial Fair and Marketplace in, well, let's say 30 plus years, since, well, 1976, to celebrate the colonial times in Charlestown. Because Charlestown, back in the day, in 1742, it was founded, but it was enacted by the General Assembly that Charlestown would have a market 2 times a year, because Charlestown is at the top of the bay and easily accessible on the Old Post Road.
Right.
So people from all over Pennsylvania, Delaware, they would all bring their goods down to Charlestown, and they would have a big day at the market. So we're kind of starting that back up again, and we're very excited about it.
That's awesome. And Old Post Road is now more or less Route 7, correct?
Yes, so Route 7. Charlestown, because of its proximity on the top of the bay, it was the furthest northern deepwater port at that point in time. It was to rival Baltimore back in the day. And actually, they used to say that Baltimore would never become anything because it was too far from Charlestown.
How about that?
But then, unfortunately, there was a big hurricane that came through, and the channel closed up, so it kind of fell into a little bit of peacefulness and quietness. And
unfortunately, from one perspective, maybe fortunately for us.
I agree. We love it in Charlestown.
So it was a prominent town, a port, and people came twice a year to bring their hogsheads and their all kinds of stuff like that. Now, will there be the participants in Charlestown dressed as you are, Karl? Or?
Yes, indeed. We're all the townsfolk, and even people from far afield. If you're in Elkton or Rising Sun or Pennsylvania or Delaware, if you want to come down to the Colonial Fair and you have your colonial gear, please put it on and come join us.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We are going to be having General Washington is going to be joining us, and we're very excited about him coming. He stayed in Charlestown numerous times, quite frankly, and of course Charlestown being it was a big munitions depot back in the Revolutionary War, so it was quite significant during the time. And General Washington's a dear friend of mine, Lieutenant Colonel Nathaniel Ramsey. So I'm very excited about rekindling with the General.
Colonel Ramsey, thanks for clearing that up.
Yes.
There will also be food.
There would be food. There will also be a pie eating contest, which is a remnant throwback from the day. So we're really looking forward to that. We also have there'll be some light fare, and I should say that the fair will be held on the courthouse green, and the courthouse green is right in the center of town. We'll have parking at Avalon Park, and which is a sizable parking area and a short walking distance to the courthouse green. Now, from there we also have the Tory House, and there's the Red Line and the Indian Queen. All of these were all Revolutionary War, colonial era homes, and walking tours throughout town, as well as we'll be having the Delaware Colonial Regiment is going to be coming out as well, so they'll be encamped there on the green. And they'll be doing demonstrations with musket fire and drills, as well as on 2 occasions throughout the day, we'll also be firing the cannon out at Long Point as well. And George Washington will be attending with us for one of those firings as well.
That sounds like a great day, and I know you're going to have some old-time live music. And,
we'll be having music.
Animals as well.
We'll be having some animals as well for the kids. We'll also be having artisans and so forth for tinsmith and potters and candle making, and some of the activities will be participatory. So if you have your children and so forth, so they're more than welcome to participate and make a craft as well.
Saturday, 10 to 4.
That's correct.
And it sounds like a great event. And it costs how much?
Well, Colonial Charlestown, and the purpose of Colonial Charlestown is to help restore and maintain the colonial the buildings and atmosphere, ambiance in Charlestown. So all the profits or all the monies go to it's a 501c3. So cost of admission is $4 at the gate, and children under 12 are free.
That's great.
So really, we just hope it's affordable for everyone to come on out and just experience about a little bit of Old Town Charlestown. So
that sounds great. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, Cecil TV will be able to capture the event.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
And you're going to be garbed thusly, correct?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Awesome.
indeed. So.
Thank you, Colonel.
Yes, indeed. Real pleasure. Thank you very much. Hope to see you there on Saturday.